Hey there folks, Aldershot here, and today we're going to do a quick look into City Skylines, developed by Colossal Order and on sale on Steam at the regular price, around $30 USD. Now the reason I'm not doing a full impression on this game is because, well, it's kind of a popular game on YouTube right now, and I'm a little late to the party, so I didn't really feel the need to kind of go over, the basic details and mechanics of the game. You can kind of find that everywhere. I'm sure many of you are probably already quite familiar with it. But I did recently pick it up over the last couple of days ago, and I've already pumped in over 20 hours into the damn game. So, to say the least, the game is very, very addictive, and that's actually one of the qualities I really liked about this game. And I think one of the reasons that I found it so addictive is because of how accessible it is. It's actually a pretty easy to learn game, right? The mechanics and the systems and the UI is all very well laid out, very well explained for the most part. And because of this, I kind of got into the game very, very quickly, right? And I think that's definitely one of the strengths of City Skylines, is that it's very accessible. It's very easy to learn the basics of it, right? There's also lots of other reasons to like the game as well. Like, one of my favorite features of the game is that you can actually zoom right in to the city level and really take a nice gander around town, right? Really get a perspective from, like, let's say your citizens. And it looks damn good as well. I mean, the game is definitely a pretty good looking game. Close up, you can see all the little details, traffic and people waiting at the stoplights, or in this case the bus station, full of little characteristics, full of little details. But even when you zoom out, the game looks quite fantastic as well, and it runs pretty smoothly, I gotta say. Pretty consistent in frame rates, no crashes, no serious issues and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, zooming in, I really like this, right? You can see all the little details. You can even click on, say, this person here. It'll tell you the name, Robert Crawley. He's an educated adult, resides at Hamilton Residence, working at the incineration plant, and going to the large playground currently. Probably taking his kids, on his day off or something like that. But that's pretty neat, right? You can get right down to the nitty-gritty details, and the game definitely does a really good job at paying attention to the little details, and it's definitely one of the reasons why I like it so much. Now, I love the game. It's very addictive. I've been playing way too much of it over the last couple of days, but, it's not perfect. I definitely have some complaints. My biggest issue right now is, even though I did mention the game is quite accessible and quite easy to learn, when you get down to the finer mechanical details of the game, there are certain things that the game doesn't actually communicate all that well. Like, for example, let's see, we'll get out of the screen here. Over here, these little buildings, these little one-by-one buildings right here, nowhere in the game tells you that these actually lower land value. And land value is kind of a important element in this game, right? So you can see it here. The green spots are more valuable, the blue spots are less, and the white spots have no value at all. And for a long time, I couldn't really figure out what caused the rise and fall of land value. And only until I went online and looked up some tutorials did I learn that these little one-by-one buildings, or even one-by-two buildings, they actually lower land value, right? And there's also a whole bunch of other little mechanical nuances that the game doesn't really communicate all that well. It kind of forces you to go online and look up guides to really, get into the nitty-gritty details of it all. And I know we live in the age of the internet, so who needs instruction manuals, right? But all the same, I've always felt that if a game can't explain all of its systems, all of its mechanics within the game itself, that is a sign of, of a flaw in its design in some way or another, right? And I kind of feel that applies to this game a little bit. Like I said, a lot of the nuanced details of the mechanics isn't all that well explained, which is a bit unfortunate. But luckily for us, we do live in the age of the internet, so a little bit of self-research, that should definitely help you get over that hump. So it's not too bad of an issue, right? But still something that you might find annoying when you get into the game. Okay, now something else about the game that I really like is that it supports mods, right? So if there's any other little complaints you might not like about the game, like for example having to manually demolish all these abandoned buildings on your own because they do pop up quite often, that can be kind of annoying. There is a mod to fix that. I haven't installed it yet, but I did see it on the Steam Workshop, which is something else that's kind of great, that this game supports Steam Workshop, which makes it very easy for you to install any mods that you might want, just because all you have to do is go on the workshop page, subscribe to any mods that you might be interested in, and on your next load, as some of you might already know, the game will automatically be updated and installed with the mod, so that definitely will help things out. So that's pretty awesome. So there you go, guys. It's City Skylines. I think it kind of feels like the Sims 5 that we've all been waiting for. Because let's admit it, EA's last release of their Sims, Sim City, which is the spiritual Sims 5, I guess you can say, wasn't well received. There was a lot of issues with it, and City Skylines definitely address a lot of those issues, including having a hugely expansive map to build on. Like, I can actually extend it even further by buying these extra plots. I'll just buy some right here. Why not, right? So there you go, City Skylines, the Sim City that we've been waiting for decades, right? But anyways, hopefully you guys found this enjoyable, hopefully you found this informative. If you did, show me some love, like, share, fave, and comment. If you haven't already, subscribe. I'll bring you more videos like this. Thanks for watching, guys. Aldershot out.